I'm going to start here, and when I'm around the coastline, I will press shift to Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Wonderdraft tutorials. In this video, I want to teach you how to add and edit regions in Wonderdraft. So first of all, what is regions? Basically, if you wanna make political maps, that is the tool that you go for. But before I show that, I would like to erase all the color here, on the land at least, because when we are working with the regions, we will apply different colors for different regions. Therefore, I don't want to map to be overlaying so much colors. So if I'm working with regions, I prefer to have no colors on the lands and also no colors on the assets. Maybe except for symbols or except for little bit of coloring. Like for example, just a little color for the mountains to separate them easier. Anyway, in order to add regions, we go to the left panel again and click on regions. Here we have a flag and we have edit territories tool. When we click on this one, the right panel will show up. The first option will change the color of it, then border width, opacity, smoothing, and sorting adjustments and boarding style. Let's demonstrate this and make it easier to understand. So for example, if I click on my left mouse button and start making some shapes and finish it with my right mouse button, this is what I will have with the default setting. But if I go here, change color, let's say to red, then change border width, which is this line, the edge of the territory, and then border style, and then inner opacity, I'm increasing it right now. So what you will see is another territory with dots instead of little lines and much higher opacity at the center. I can also change this even if I already placed it. So by editing tool, selecting tool, I click on it one time, and just like the rivers and the roads, it will give me the edit points. These are the points where I clicked with my mouse. I can also add new ones by clicking on or nearby the edge. I can also change the opacity and color even if I already placed it. So let's try 30 and border width 10 and this color. Right now, as you can see, I'm able to edit that. I can also, just like the paths again, if you click it one time, it will start editing. Click, hold it, and move this around. Another thing I can do is, let's say I want to follow these coastlines, and here, come back and follow this river. So now I have this territory. If I change the smoothing, the parts where the border is bended will be roundier or sharper. So it's going to be smoothened. This was no smoothing at all, so it's a bit rougher. And this is with more smoothing. It makes it roundier and smoother. You need to play with this considering where it is located. And sometimes, even if you smooth it or not, you will need to adjust this, add a little bit of detail to it. So just like this. Another thing I can do is calculate coast snapping. Once you click on this, let's click, it will calculate all coastlines in the map. And when you are making regions, by holding shift, technically or potentially you can make it easier to go around the coastlines because it will snap. Let's see, because this is going to take some time. Yes, finally. So let's try. I am going to start here, and when I'm around the coastline, I will press shift to snap it. As you can see, it's not terrible. For the first time adding the regions, it may be useful, and then you can adjust it if you want, but if you don't want, you can just add it all manually. So this is another feature that region tool has, or territory tool has. Another thing we have is also when we click on this, you see here there is a sorting adjustment. This is basically layering it. If you press it like to minuses, it will start showing the assets. So technically you can still showcase everything and keep this under all the assets. With colors, it may not really look nice, but because you can take away all the color from the inner opacity, you may use this for showing the borders on colored maps. And another thing, be very careful when you are working with regions, save regularly, because it is still possible to crash the program. If the territory is on the default layer, and if your symbols are on the second or higher levels, they can also be in front of the territory. So did I miss anything with styles, smoothing to make it smoother around the edges, the opacity for the color, choosing the color, adjusting the layers, and the border styles? Yeah, I think that's it for the regions. Now I will quickly add regions to this map, so we will have also the progress visible on our tutorial series. Just try different things, different options, going on top of the mountains, around the mountains, etc., and see which one you like the most. This is one region. Change the color to red. That lake is not owned by any of these territories. Yes, I think this will get the job done. Let's also pop up the symbols, choose them, and maybe make their surrounding white, pop them more. This is how you can add, but again, to stylize it, practice with it. You may have your own style. This is just like a quick work. Stay tuned for my next tutorial where I show my mapping steps and how to make maps in Wonderdraft, not like how the program works. Also, before I forget, let's also add labels. Using overlay, quickly added the labels. So again, play with the styles, see which one you like. Here you go. That's it for today. This is how regions work. On the next episode, you will finally start adding custom assets to Wonderdraft. In this episode, I will teach you the adding process, and on the following one, I'm going to be teaching how to use custom assets. So you see that adding assets from the community can give you so much more variety and suddenly level up the program. So stay tuned. This is probably one of the most important topics if you want to have a variety of styles. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and support. Happy mappings.